So yeah, we're gonna watch the Far Cry 6 official reveal trailer.
Okay. Sweet. I wonder who's going to be in this.
Hang on, I'm gonna.
It's a big thumbnail. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That all looked very familiar.
It's beautiful.
Oh, that voice.
There he is.
But useless. I have something. Give me a chance.
What?
The grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive. The fuse, the handle, and of course,
DP.
What are you doing?
Keep it.
Hold that handle.
breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom.
Teaching him how to cook.
Follow me.
Well, what else you gonna do? I'm gonna go find that pin.
Now.
I'm gonna throw a grenade at you.
I'd be too afraid to throw a
I just
grenade
want to
at
do
him.
models.
I am El Presidente.
El Presidente.
Means that someday you will be
It's like Tropico.
Oh,
and our people.
so it's not a voted presidency.
No. It's, well, it is. It's just controlled.
Noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego.
I'd look at one of those guards back here. Hold
Everything
this.
you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Fuck that.
Damn.
Watch it. My dad has one of those lighters. It's awesome.
They will answer you with screams. Call you evil. A monster. And give you this.
What?
So you tell me, are you evil?
Is he gonna throw the grenade up over there?
Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom.
Damn. Shit. His shield's on fire.
You understand now? Prove it.
Oh,
Prove it.
jeez.
Clutch him tight. What?
That's a hell of a trailer.
Yeah. Man, even digital form commands the scene.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Like, I get what
Giancarlo
he says, but I don't know
Esposito.
if I understand. What, am I throwing this at people?
I
Can
think
you
he's
be a little more clear?
It was the moment he's like, prove it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you just told me to hold on tight and clutch him, right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
I've never played Far Cry, but I've seen it being played. It's different, right? Have you guys played Far Cry?
So I've played 1,
3.
2, and 3 to completion.
Yeah.
I started 4 and it lost my interest. And I never tried 5.
I own 5. I promised Aramaic that with my long hair, I would do a cosplay of the villain while playing it.
that preacher guy. Like it's
Yeah.
like a first-person shooter, right?
Yeah, it's a first.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a first-person game. It takes the whole Ubisoft open world formula.
Yeah.
Where you have lookout points that reveal the map. You have like little camp areas that you need to take over in order to take control of different areas. Like it does the thing that all Ubisoft games kind of do, and I just kind of got tired of that formula after a while.
Sure.
Like even though the story in 4 seemed kind of interesting, it wasn't interesting enough for me to get over that. I mean 5 looked like it strayed from that formula a little bit, and I'm curious how much this one will as well.
I mean, hey, in terms of a cinematic trailer, that was pretty good.
No,
Really
it looked
good.
great.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Quality-wise, it was good.
Yeah.
I have, it doesn't show much. Like I don't know who you play in the game,
Yeah.
but I imagine you run around this country doing something. But are you the kid grown up more? Or are you someone fighting against the president? Is the kid part of the plot?
Yeah, I
feel
don't know.
It could go
Well,
any of
that's
those
kind of
ways.
the thing too. Is I thought Far Cry 3 and 4 both had like good villains, but there was just really nothing to the player character. Like it was almost just sort of a vessel for you. Like there was nothing really interesting about their stories, I found. But the villains were pretty interesting.
Which one was it with the one guy who like kicks you into the water? Was that 4?
4 was in like the Himalayas.
There's one like at an island area, and there's a bald guy. He's sitting there talking. I remember the trailer.
I think that was 3.
Was it 3?
I think.
3.
I haven't played it. I'm just
I don't know if
trying to remember from like trailers and cutscenes and
It
stuff
might have
that
been
I've seen.
3, and I might have played 2 then or something. I remember playing 1. And it's like in this like, I think you were in Africa.
In 3, yeah.
You were in Africa in 3. Well, then it
Well,
couldn't have
actually, maybe 2 and 3. I'm trying to remember now.
been. 2. You are in Africa. Okay, so I played 2.
Okay.
And then 3 then was the next one that. I remember this one guy. I think he was like bald, kind of skinny and stuff. He's talking to you and stuff. He's kind of a crazy villainy dude. And he kicks like this rock or something like that, and it's attached to a rope attached to you, and you go flying into like this hole off this cliff.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
great. I was like, man, that looks like fun, but I never played it.
He had like a mohawk though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he had a mohawk.
He's the guy that's sitting like crisscross
Yeah.
applesauce with like a gun, and he's like wiping his
Crisscross
chin or something like that.
Yeah, there was another Far Cry where like you got like animal, like it was like Far Cry Primal or something, right? Or Instincts or something.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
There was that, and there was also
That was cool.
Far Cry Blood Dragon, which starred Michael Biehn, the guy from Terminator and Alien. And it took place in like this cyberpunk thing. It was like a send up to 80s movies, basically.
Huh.
It was its own standalone thing. Yeah, 3 is a vacation gone wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I'm thinking of then.
So, yeah, I mean, like for me, pretty much all the long-running Ubisoft franchises lost my interest, but I'm waiting for the day when they've changed enough that I'm back in, kind of thing.
I mean, this one looks interesting, and I love. I want to call him Gus. I can't remember his real name. The actor.
Giancarlo.
Yeah, like I love-
Giancarlo Esposito.
Like, if I hadn't seen him in the thumbnail, hearing his voice, I'd have been like, "Hey, that's Gus."
Yeah.
Like that's him right there. You're like, he's great. I loved him in some other shows and stuff that we've seen. But
Yeah.
it'd be cool. Like especially like if he's the main villain, you got to fight against him. Like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to finish the game.
So what do you guys think about, like, famous voice actors? Like, would you prefer that character to look like the actor, or would you prefer that character to look like its own character?
They might as well make him look like the actor.
Yeah?
I mean, especially if they're going to be doing like
Motion capture.
motion capture performance.
There's
and
so
stuff.
much in the performance of an actor that is nonverbal. I feel like you're wasting like 50% of that talent by only using their voice.
I suppose that's true.
But I don't think it matters. I mean, if you're using that person because of who they are, you might as well make them look like that. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, then you get other people like Steve Bloom, right? Who just does
Well,
voice
yeah.
work. It doesn't matter what the character looks like. He's making a voice for that character, you know?
But he's
But I feel like this one here, you're wanting that voice, you're wanting that actor portrayed in this, and that's part of the draw. So there's no point in this kind of scenario changing it. But I could see like a different character where he's voicing it looks different or something.
yeah. But the difference there is Steve Bloom is a voice actor,
Yeah, no,
whereas
exactly. If you're just getting an
Giancarlo
actor-
he's a live action actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
no point in making him look different, in my opinion, for this, unless you're looking at like something like having Steve Bloom, where like that's a That guy is there for voices. He's there to make a character have a voice.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you're getting the actor. If you get, I don't know, name any actor, especially if they're going to be known for like their voice and what they look like. You know, you don't get Morgan Freeman to do a voice, then you make the character look entirely different, probably. You know, most likely there's not even a character. He's just narrating.
I mean, like
Most of the time, yeah.
sometimes I find it distracting though,
Really?
especially if it's just the one character who is like a real person and everyone else is just like computer models and they're voiced.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean, if this was real, and that's the only actor you know, the other people are just actors. You know, like how do you know that little boy there doesn't look like that, doesn't sound like that? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah,
So you don't.
I honestly, I think about it so little. I don't even think about it at that point. You know, hopefully the game is engrossing enough where it's just that's what it is. You know,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about that. So we'll see. But I mean, you know, I tell you what, they definitely marketed it on that. You know.
Oh yeah. Sure.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it was kind of like when Hitman did the Sean Bean thing, where it's like kill Sean Bean, and it's like that's a great idea. You know.
No, it's
Yeah.
great.
You want to kill him. You know.
Well,
But
it's like getting
it's kind of
Chris-
spoilers.
It's also like getting Christopher Walken for your movie. You know,
Yeah.
like Christopher Walken's gonna be your movie, not to be a new character. He's gonna be Christopher Walken. You know, like
Yeah.
that's who he is typically anymore. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I guess for me, just
or like Robotnik, right?
sure.
Like that was Jim Carrey. Like that was the best they could come up with, I guess, for that. But he felt like Jim Carrey, even though like you were talking about like what Robotnik should feel like, and like maybe he'll go into that, but it felt like Jim Carrey. So I don't know, and sometimes it works.
I
Sometimes it
guess
doesn't.
for me, it's just like in animation and video games, like I usually get attached to them more because they aren't real people.
That makes no sense to me.
It's
The
'cause he
closest I can
can't-
think of is that you can like relate because now you can put yourself in there more easily because it's not a real person. That's the closest I can think of, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway,
We got one left.
as far as this trailer, I think this trailer looks really good. I'm interested in that. But yeah, we have one more trailer we need to check out.